Hello, JEFCOED family. Welcome to our weekly updates. I've got a couple of things I want to discuss with you. First of all, our COVID numbers continue to fall. We have another dramatic drop last week, and we no longer have any of our schools on remote learning. I want to thank everyone, from our parents to our students to our faculty and staff, for working together to ensure that our campuses remain safe, and also to ensure that as much as possible, the doors of the schools remain open. A couple of things on the schedule that I want to cover with you. First of all, as a reminder, February the 17th is an e-learning day. I just want to give everybody a reminder so you can prepare. And then on Friday, February the 18th, and Monday, February the 21st, school will be closed due to President's Day. Earlier this week, we announced our academies opening, and so we are so excited about it. And I just want to take just a minute to explain the concept, the zone concepts, and how we arrive to many of the things that we're doing. First of all, we have wonderful career tech and academic programs, and the career tech programs that were chosen with the help of the workforce development, the economic information of Jefferson County. We looked at high interest, high wage jobs that our students could, once they would exit out of high school, they could be credentialed to be anything from working in the biomedical field to the automotive field and get a great salary. I think in all of our programs that we have, the minimum salary, if those children are fully credentialed, could be $41,000. We also have our ACE program, which is our early college learning program. And those kids, if they complete this program by the end of their 4-year tenure, then those students could walk across the stage with a high school diploma and also an associate's degree. Our zones, we have 4 zones. We have the northern, the western, the eastern, and the southern zones. And in those zones, we have certain high schools that are grouped together. So for example, in one zone that we have, the western zone, we have Minor High, Fultondale High, Gardendale High, and Corner High. All 4 of those high schools are in the western zone. Each one of them have a Signature Academy. And so in those Signature Academies, we will allow children to apply to one of those academies. So if I'm a child if I have a child at Gardendale High School, and let's say they're interested in a program, the agricultural science program at Corner High School, then that child can apply to it and put their first choice, second choice, and third choice. Once those academies have been assigned for those students, we will provide transportation. Those principals within those zones and the counselors are working together to ensure that the schedules match so that the children's regular schedule, their regular high school schedule, is not interrupted. Also, just to show you how we arrived to where we are, 2 years ago, we did something called focus groups. Now, in each zone and at each high school, we had representation of parents and students. It was right in the middle of COVID, and so parents and students were contacted, and those parents came up. We did a random sample. We had a group to come in, one from Mississippi State and a local researcher to come in, and they conducted classes on what the academies, what the concept would be, and they also introduced them to certain programs. And so we took the information from there, and it showed that if we offered those particular programs in our district, that students and parents would be interested. To go a little further, because we wanted more representation, more input. This past November, December, we sent out surveys to parents and students of rising ninth graders to 12th graders. And those parents and students filled out surveys. And again, we just had all types of questions, from to measure what would be their interest, to whether they would be interested in participating in the program, if it was located on another campus, to let them know that transportation wouldn't be an issue. I am proud to announce that in terms of the parent surveys, we had no less than 41% of the parents participating in each one of the zones. And of course, our student survey participation was even higher than that. We sent those surveys to the email address that we had on file. If you feel that you've not received those surveys, call your local schools to see if you have the correct email on file. The application process opens up on March the 7th. And so we will have that application process open for a while, and we will have a media campaign that we started on earlier this week that just introduces the parents and everyone to the different concepts and the different programs that will be offered. We're so excited about this program, but one thing I want you to know is that while we're offering more educational opportunities for our children, if a child is not interested in participating in the Signature Academies and they want to go along with their regular traditional high school academics or experience, they're welcome to do so. They don't have to be forced into it. Our number one goal was to provide more educational opportunities for our children. This concludes my announcements for the day. Thank you, and have a great weekend.